Hey man, what's going on?
Hey dude. What's going on?
Just got back, finishing up my rollin' roaster.
Cool. Playing Metroid, doing some practice.
I can see that.
I have these Bluetooth Sennheiser headphones. Been like my daily driver for 3 years.
Nice.
The volume up and down buttons broke today.
Really? I'm
sucks.
shocked from that.
I think it worked this morning, but then when I went home on the train, I noticed that the buttons were jammed. You know, you press down on your finger and it doesn't click. It just doesn't move. And I was like, how on earth did that happen? Like, it was just, I think it fell. I have like a hook under one of my, under my cubicle, like on my desk. There's like a little magnetic hook, and I usually hang it on that. And I remember this morning I like knocked it down by accident, which I've done before, but I guess it must have fallen directly on the power button, on the volume button. So it's like kind of like permanently pressing down. So like in the middle of hearing a song, it'll just, all the volume will like go away. I was like, fuck, man, how'd that happen?
Is there any way to like...
Yeah, so I was looking up repair thing. So I took it apart today, and the buttons themselves are like those micro switches that you see on some circuit boards.
Yeah.
You know, like the switch and stuff. So the the buttons don't click anymore. It didn't break off the board. It's just that the actual switch is broken. Like it doesn't click.
Right.
So I use my hot air station. I just remove the buttons so that they don't accidentally, you know, have inputs going while I'm like walking around.
Right.
So I just remove the buttons entirely. And I was looking on like different places for repair parts, and luckily I just happened to stumble across an eBay listing for these micro switches. Should be the exact same size and shape and everything, so I bought them. Hopefully they're good, but installing them is going to be a pain with the hot air. It's going to be pretty challenging, and there's a lot of really small components nearby, so I have to be careful what I'm doing.
Right. Take pictures when you can.
Of course.
I'm just shocked the micro switches actually broke.
Yeah, I think it's from the fall. You know, they just fell off my desk. They fell from like the top fell like a foot and a half to the desk, to the table, right on the switch. It must have been that.
Crazy.
Yeah, someone else on Reddit made a post saying that his were broken as well. So they must be a little flimsy to not be able to withstand that.
Maybe. I've seen micro switches break on phones and stuff over time, or phones.
If you're rough
Like
with it, I
that.
could see that happening.
Right. And I've helped people fix those. I mean, if you, I don't know. They can be very delicate. If you want help with anything, just let me know. But I think your biggest issue is going to be like properly getting the workspace to make it, you know, fix it.
Yeah, it's tricky on the inside. There's like a lot of wires just like in a very ugly way, just kind of soldered onto these pads. You know, it's really not elegant the way they put the damn thing together. It's not like everything is like wired individually and socketed and neat. There's like hot glue on a few pads. I'm like, ew, Sennheiser, you're hot gluing leads together. Oh well. They were like $100 when I bought them, but the last thing I want to do is buy a whole new pair of headphones because the volume buttons broke. You know, stupid. Really pissed that happened. It's like, great, another thing that I gotta deal with. But I guess looking at the bright side, you know, it could turn into a project, learning experience. So, 21st, you have the date locked down. That's exciting.
Yeah, he finally got back to me today. I just was busy to like message earlier. Actually, didn't he respond to that? I was in the middle of a movie. I was just joking around. Yeah, he said that's when he can do it. My biggest temptation right now is like opening the goddamn things and like putting it together, you know?
Yeah, well, it'll be worth the wait.
Yep, funny enough, my MX4 pace got delivered today. Ironically, that's like the last thing, really. Outside the fans, which those aren't like required if they don't get here in time. I contacted customer service today and was like, hey, this stuff is already ordered, but now it's telling me it won't be here till the 20th. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, can you... I mean, you charged me already. Can you escalate that date? They're like, yeah, we put in I'll put in an order to ship your stuff out sooner. I was like, okay. Don't know why that's a thing if I'm paying for Prime. Like, that I have to reach out to you to tell you that. You know?
Prime is such a scam these days.
It's so much money. If it wasn't so much money, I wouldn't care. But
No, you're right. It's really scummy.
it's like, I think Prime now is like $160 a year, $140 a year. It's gone up again.
Not surprised.
But the motherboard, when I opened it up before, funny enough, when you texted that, I was like, I already did this just shortly before you messaged.
Yeah, it's always wise.
But I only checked the pump, the motherboard, and the top of the case. The glass looks all intact.
Yeah, it's just
I'm not opening
always.
the power supply or the the RAM. The RAM's in one piece, and the
the delicate stuff, of course, you just want to double check. But
yeah, well, yeah. There's
if
no
it's
glass shaking around. There's no.
if you bought everything brand new, it should all be
Oh
there.
yeah, I cut all the stickers actually.
Hey, Disfig Geek, what's up, man?
What's up? Yeah,
You're always
like
popping into my stream.
There's an official ASUS sticker on the motherboard that I tore open. Same thing with the Leon Lee stuff. Did I tell you the manufacturing day, by the way, or at least the?
Yeah, you told me that it was much later than the board in
9/2024. I was like, interesting. Damn, that means like it's been sitting on Micro Center's shelves for a while.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, they're lost. They didn't want to make a sale.
I was so shocked. I was like, that's kind of stupid, no?
Yeah, I got it for what I wanted anyway, 220. You know?
Yeah, there's no sense in paying full price to get it from Micro. You don't owe them that.
The thing I don't like is when they package the motherboard. They rest the antenna on top of the motherboard and then like cover a flap over it from the cardboard.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's been like that forever.
It's like I don't want anything on top of the bare components, like pressing against it.
No, it doesn't hurt it. It's just cardboard. It's not a big deal.
The board looks sexy as fuck.
Oh, Disfiggy, good job, man. He says he got 1 hour 53 minutes in Metroid Prime, the Wii version. He's been running glitchless category.
You should tell him our run of Metroid Prime.
Oh yeah, so yeah, my friend and I we went through all of Metroid Prime, the original on GameCube, but from start to finish, and it took us maybe about 12 hours. It took us all day long.
Around there, like 11 and 12.
Maybe more than 12
though,
hours.
I don't speedrun, so.
Right? No, this was not a speedrun. This was,
a
very casual
run.
playthrough.
Right.
But yeah, fantastic game. The glitchless category is fun. You see a lot more of the game in the usual route.
Right.
You're not going out of bounds every 2 seconds. How is it running on the
Wii?
Yeah, how is it running on the Wii? Because I saw in one video you had trouble with your nunchuck. They like desynced, or your controller was like it desynced in the middle of the run. I always get scared of that happening, like wireless controllers. That's like gotta be such a nightmare.
People are always torn when I ask them about like GameCube versus the Wii version. I don't know.
For Prime?
They like, yeah, because they like the accessibility of the trilogy, you know. But obviously, people think the controls are tighter on the original.
Also, when it was announced that it would be on the Wii, I mean, everybody thought, yes, like, you know, the GameCube is good, is okay for first-person shooters, but having the Wii remote in a first-person shooter makes so much more sense. So it was really nice. Yeah, flash warning. It was really nice to, you know, use motion controls to shoot in Prime, like for the first time.
Right.
There were some compromises. Some visual effects had to be tweaked or removed entirely, but the fact they made it work is really cool. I think I only did one playthrough of it on Wii, like Prime 1 and 2. I don't think I revisited it. Yeah, the Wii version also has extra like difficulty modes. I remember trying to do hard mode on Prime 3, and it was such a slog. All the enemies are such sponges. It takes forever to kill anything. It's not even like hard, it's just you're gonna be spending a lot of time killing stuff. A lot of time. It's just not fun. You know, maybe if it was like you were actually in danger of dying, it'd be different. There'd be some level of strategy. But it's just tedium. Unfortunately, that's how a lot of hard mode categories end up being. Why did I just stand there? What am I doing? I was analyzing my run from last night, the one that almost made it. And I was figuring out what I did wrong. Trying to get a better sense of how to avoid that in the future. I like gave myself a bad pattern without realizing it. So I'm trying to get that locked down. This game is very different from Metroid Prime. This is not really the same game. Oh, yeah.
It was weird. I was tinkering with, like, Metroid on NSO, and like, I don't, and then like I tried it on my like Pi, and I like enjoyed it more on the Pi, if that makes sense.
You felt like it controlled better or ran better?
Yeah, which is weird, you know? The Switch objectively obviously is way more powerful.
It's not that weird. Nintendo's service is extremely spotty. Everybody knows that. It's really not worth the money. I think a lot of people have a hard time accepting that.
I expect better. I don't know.
Their Nintendo Online service, you know, as a product, it really fails to meet expectations in every way. Years after they launched it, it still doesn't meet expectations at all. Not at least speaking for myself.
Give me my damn alright. I mean, for 20 a year, it's whatever compared to... You've seen the other prices, right?
Yeah, I don't...
It's... Jesus.
Well, how much does it cost to get the full NSO package? All the games.
With N64?
Correct.
60 a year.
Oh my god. That is so not worth it.
It's still cheaper than anything else.
Yeah, well, you get what you pay for. Unfortunately, I mean the trickle feed of games, the lack of content. There's no added bonus features, or there's nothing worth revisiting these games for. There's nothing new to look forward to. It's just literally the same game you've been buying since you were a kid.
Right.
Again, just in a new package. And this time, you don't even own it. It's on a service that will go away the moment you stop paying.
I prefer. By the way, it's 50, not 60. But still,
Okay.
I would rather just go back to the traditional
eShop.
Yeah, eShop, like Virtual Console Shop.
Yeah.
Now, supposedly, if they're gonna have a commitment to transition your accounts through different console generations, it'd be great because you won't have the Wii problems.
Yeah, it sucks that since they unveiled Nintendo Switch Online, it feels like their eShop has just been kind of left to rot. You know, there's just a mountain of shovelware that's like, you know, if they ask for $1 for those games, that's too much. Like that tier.
Right.
It's a shame. I remember browsing, the Wii eShop, and they're just only bangers, only good titles there. And plenty to choose from. They had TurboGrafx games, they had Sega Genesis games. I was having a ball, man. I was playing in one day. I could go from, SMB1 to Super Castlevania 4 to Sonic to what was that TurboGrafx game like? Oh, New Adventure Island,
Yeah.
Soldier Blade. I play all this.
Soldier Blade, oh my god.
Dude, there was so much variety of games, so many different consoles. What happened? Now we have what?
Agreed.
Like
that's how I played,
5
that's how I
GBA
played
games?
Rondo of Blood and stuff.
Same.
Honestly.
Sin and Punishment on the N64. Like I was like, I've never heard of this game, but I'm gonna play it. It's only $10.
It is what it is.
It's
I remember,
$10. You download it to your system and you play it whenever you want. You
I
don't
remember
need to be
going over
online.
to friends' house or like ex's houses and just seeing what their Wii menu looked like, and then we would have like enjoyed conversations about like, oh, you played this? They're like, yeah, so many times.
Mm-hmm.
I literally had an ex. This is before we went out. We booted up her Wii, and then I noticed like Mario Brothers 3 and a bunch of like NES classics, Double Dragon. And then I don't know where her and I just started having a conversation, and then she's like, she remembered all the secrets of like Mario 3 and shit. She was playing on the Wii. She's like, oh, I still have it. So she pulls out the top loader NES and Mario Brothers 3.
Nice.
Which we may have never even had that like conversation had it not noticed on the virtual console menu. You know. I miss those type of days, man.
You know, you still have all those games, right?
No, I know, but it's you don't get the same experience you did with like the Wii era or the PS3 era.
Yeah, especially with
seeing-
NVG's video today. He kind of nailed the feeling.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
I finally watched
playing retro used to feel a bit different.
Right.
A lot of commenters have also chimed in. They're like, yeah, I mean, it's now corporations have really commodified the retro gaming space. You know, now you have these like paltry collections that they put out, digital titles and emulation, and it really does take away from the magic of, you know, being with people in a room playing retro in some kind of tangible way.
I don't know. I mostly agree with him. I somewhat disagree with some of his takes.
Oh, like what?
Like, he is correct as far as like things are starting to die out, or as things are starting to slow as far as like interest in the market. But the whole take about like, you know, it's a niche market, the stuff is always expensive. No, the metrics are there. Most games pre-COVID were reasonable. You know what I mean? And you saw generations of consoles that were actually getting cheaper. Like the NES and its collection, the SNES and its collection, PlayStation 1 and its collection. So I don't agree with that take. The market got fucked because of greed and post-COVID nonsense.
Well, I think what his main point was not that, like, you know, they should be expensive. What he's trying to say is, like, it's always gonna, the prices don't typically go down for these kind of things. You know, once they're up, they'll stay up, and they'll only trend up. You know, there is no going back to what they were before.
That's why I disagree with though. They were going down for a while. You know,
For certain things, but he's also the passage of time. You know, none of these games are getting any younger. The less and less copies exist over time, the more NESs that break over time. It's inevitable.
But he was correct. I wish he had a similar take as he did with like PBMs and CRTs, where he's like, you know, you shouldn't be paying that much, and
they're not
is
sought
weighing on
after
them.
as much.
But the problem with the prices is sellers know that you want it, and
Yeah.
they pay a lot of money.
He
So that doesn't
definitely
necessarily speak to like video games.
I'm glad he brought that up, because it's like a lot of sellers do recognize, like, oh, I can make money from this.
Right.
So
But who knows?
it's weird, because like, yeah, the prices are not, you know, the real value of the product, but if everyone's asking for those prices, then yeah, it is kind of the value of the product. You know, the sellers decide how much things are worth. You know, whoever owns that thing gets to decide how much he's willing to part with it for. So unfortunately, in a way, yeah, they do kind of dictate how expensive things get.
Unfortunately. I mean, for me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I am in a mix of like, I like emulating my shit. I especially like save states because trying to go back to certain games, I just can't. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't anymore. I don't have that time or will like I used to when I was a kid. But also, too, there's other things where I would just get a retro tank and maybe like throw out the CRT. I can easily see myself doing that in a few years.
Well, hopefully you don't throw it out. You can give it away.
Nah, no one deserves it.
Oh my god. Yeah, you mentioned you wanted to free up that space for other things.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but
you're right. I mean, it's a whole other setup that you have to put there. So.
Well, it's like literally another entire bookcase or shelving.
Exactly.
To put the games or consoles or whatever. But I don't know. Just as far as retro game collecting, I don't care about completing a collection. I just want to collect the shit I care about. Unfortunately, everything I care about is expensive. So.
Yeah, I was shocked. MVG said he like has a third of the collection he used to have a few years ago, and he just cleaned it all up.
I'm noticing a lot of YouTubers I follow have been doing that now. They've been doing like, I've downsized my collection. Here's why. You know what I mean? I guess it's just because like.
You get older,
it's
I guess.
taking up so much real estate after a while, and it's one of those things too. This is something you see every day, and depending on the type of person you are, it may or may not bother you seeing it. You know? What I mean?
I'm sure age is a factor. You mean if you've been looking at that stuff for years and years, and you're just like, do I really need to hold on to all of this stuff?
Right.
Hello.
Hey,
Steve, what's up?
We're talking about when is it okay to be tired enough to like divorce your spouse, basically.
Oh, you're talking about MVG. I didn't realize. I saw you were streaming, and I heard voices. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about some of the topics he covered in the video, which are really interesting.
I watched the whole thing.
I was telling him I'd watch it when I messaged you guys later in the day. Finally. I don't know. I agree most of what he said.
Yeah.
Most of it.
What he was saying was pretty much everything that we say to each other all the time. It was basically the same takes.
Yeah.
We should hit him up. We should tag him and be like, "Are you going to go to LA Retro ever again?"
No, never go to LA Retro again.
It was very nice meeting him. Do you remember how we met him, by the way? We were like in the amphitheater, and then he saw me like posting something on my phone referencing him. He's like, "You don't have to. You can say hi."
Oh, I don't remember that. I just remember he finished his panel, and we just waited outside for him.
No, we were at the panel before it. I think it was like 8-Bit Guy or something. It was the three of us sitting. Remember he gave us free stickers? He was sitting behind us?
Yes, he was sitting behind us. Oh, yeah.
He saw me posting something. He read my phone. I was posting the amphitheater. I was like, yo, MVG's behind me. This is crazy. And he's like, you can say hi. It's okay.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember I looked. We were all sitting in the row, and then I looked, and I was like, wow, he's sitting right behind us. That's insane.
He was so nice. And then
he's a really cool dude.
To him afterwards.
Yeah, I remember we were right outside that amphitheater, and we just had a short chat and got pictures.
Better time. This was 2019, I think.
Yeah, it sounds right.
We weren't as salty about video game prices yet.
It was starting to. We were starting to become salty. Yeah, but most of the things he said about like the advancement of technology and people's tastes changing as emulation has been getting better. People have been kind of moving on from CRT setups, PVMs, and especially game collecting. People downsizing their collections, not wanting to deal with the wear and tear, the maintenance, all the constant repairs that are necessary. I mean,
well, it's no surprise. That's basically it was like 5 dudes prior to 2020 when all the normies got in on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I mean that like in a funny way, but like it was like me and you and Daniel and Carl and Scotty. There were like 5 dudes, and like, or not really. There were obviously more people, but
The hardcore
the-
game collectors, it was pretty much
Yeah.
like just a handful of guys. So
Right, the
it was
fact-
doable back then.
Why am
Right,
I
the
not
fact
included
is-
in this?
well, you weren't out.
Yeah, you weren't
Oh
out
no,
in
I
the
was not out and
wild.
about. Most of my stuff was online. but
You
yes.
weren't on the hunt the way we were on the hunt.
Yeah, but it's funny, and obviously there's more people, but like the fact is we kept running into each other. Our spheres collided because of just us all being in the same hobby together. But there was really, I used to think about it at the time, like there was enough for everyone, and it was
Mhm.
so like not competitive in a way that like sometimes I'd post stuff on Instagram, things that I found, and Carl would be like, "Oh, I saw that listing too," or he'd post something, I'd be like, "Oh, I saw that," but it wasn't like it wasn't salty. It was just like, you know, there was plenty, and then everything changed. But I agree. I've started to, with what MVG was saying, I've started to see a lot more like disinterest in CRTs. People are having trouble getting rid of them, and I see PVMs like for $1,000, and I'm like, no one's ever gonna buy that.
We were
Like-
just talking about that. Believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're seeing a lot of listings for games, you know, with high prices, but they're not moving.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
That happens all the time. How many times do we go on Craigslist and we see the same posts over and over and over again? And they're not able to move the product. So if the buyers are not buying and the sellers are not budging with you know the selling price, you know, we're kind of at a gridlock.
Yeah.
Not as
Yeah.
confused with the Transformer.
Yeah, I mean it's just kind of it's kind of like a standoff. Like nobody kind of wants to be the one to make the first move.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that it's waning, but you know, even in my own little price calculations, the price has fallen in general from collectively year over year. It's down like back to where it was in 2022, but it's still like double what it was in 2019. So it's not
Yeah.
like we're
Not,
falling, but it is.
it hasn't been healed yet.
It hasn't been healed yet. Things have started to go down, and it's exactly for all those reasons, like ports and remasters. Like I say to Alan a lot, like we were just talking about Sweet Code, and like there's a remaster coming, and as soon as that hits, only really like people who are hobbyists are gonna want to play the originals, and the prices will go down, which is great. The Thousand Year Door remake came out,
Yep.
and the original was going for like $120, and now it like plummeted back down, you know, to where it ought to be. Still too high, but
Yeah.
better than, you know,
Which you
So-
eventually have to play that one remaster.
yeah. But
Um,
it's good in some ways. It really is. I mean, the damage is done, but
right.
it's just going to leave people who are actually really interested in it at the end of the day, which is like us. You know,
Yeah.
really not just normies. So, yeah, they have their Pokemon cards still.
Oh my god, those videos make me cringe so hard.
Yeah,
They're just like fucking bum rush fucking like Costco or something. Just buy the entire palette.
oh god,
It's like, guys, you know.
yeah. But it is sad in some ways because, you know, games that are like the truly rares those are going to continue to stay expensive. So, you know, things that are uncommon to begin with that you may have always wanted to own or play, like the other Silent Hills, you know, like those are, until they do something with them, they're going to stay high. So that kind of sucks, depending on what it is.
I was just talking to him about that, where like I was telling him I don't want to collect an entire collection for something. I don't care about any of that shit. But more so just stuff I care about. Unfortunately, everything I care about is mostly still expensive. Like Chrono Trigger, like a Suikoden 2, you know,
Right.
Symphony of the Night, or any of the Silent Hills.
But at
I,
least some of those are common enough that you can encounter them for a reasonable price. You just have to get lucky.
Yeah. That was my point. Where that was the one thing I disagreed with. Where he said something about like it's always been like a niche, expensive hobby, and it's like not really. A lot of stuff was going down before COVID.
you never said it was
What?
always expensive.
He did make a statement like that.
That it was always expensive?
Yeah.
I don't remember him saying that.
But that was like the only thing I disagree with, where it's like not really. I mean, they're outliers like a Kuon or whatever, a Rule of Rose, but those are so few and far between and technically rare. You know what I mean?
Right.
But not for like common things that are like 3 times the price.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That was a good video, though. It covered all the bases.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe in 10 years, all 3 of us will be bored of this hobby.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think if I haven't gotten bored of gaming by now, it's probably not gonna happen.
Oh, I just meant like maybe collecting and or like playing on original hardware and stuff.
Well, I'm bored of collecting because I have pretty much almost everything that I want. So that part doesn't really. It's actually nice to sit back and not have to like feel like unless you look every day, you're gonna never be able to find it reasonably.
Right.
But I still love playing games and talking about them and experiencing them. So that won't ever change. So. Plus, as you both know, like I think it's worth playing in an original experience because you get to sort of feel what people, experience at the time. Like playing Dark Souls with terrible slowdown, or playing like N64 on a CRT. Like it's what people experience. It's fun to relive that, if you never have before. So I like that part of it.
Yeah, 100%.
You like turtles?
Indeed.
Yeah, playing on a CRT, playing with original copies of games is how I always used to do it growing up. So this is the experience I'm always gonna crave. If I just change overnight to a completely digital setup, maybe just get some PC compatible controllers and just emulate everything, put CRT filters on, call it a day. It's just not the same at all.
Even with an EverDrive on original hardware, like I find that EverDrives, well, maybe the ones I've played, I don't trust them fully with save games. Sometimes they crash and other things. And I don't know. I like looking at like a shelf with a bunch of games on it. It's very like, it's cozy.
Cathartic.
I definitely
Yeah.
disagree about the flash cart save issue. The same issue exists all the time on real games. Official copies of games are still prone to crashing and save data corruption. As a kid, I had so much problems dealing with save games on NES and N64.
Yeah.
I mean, so many accidents would happen.
Right.
The N64 controller packs, the official ones, were so unreliable.
Yes.
I would
yes,
put it
that's
in, boot up a game, and it would tell me it's corrupted for like the 3rd time that week.
true. Yeah.
Very frustrating. And on the NES, couldn't tell you how many times we lost our save progress in like Final Fantasy or Zelda or
Yes.
something.
Yes. When I was
It's-
playing Zelda 2, I was afraid of that.
Yeah.
happening.
It's
I really
a
was.
it's a legit fear to have, but unfortunately exists on the real hardware too.
It does.
But you're right,
lucky.
having the official stuff on a shelf is different. Sorry, Alan, go ahead.
No, I guess I was just lucky growing up. I didn't have any of those save issues. Like, I don't recall ever having a save issue on NES. Any game I had for the Genesis didn't have a save. It was like Sonic 2. It wasn't like I didn't have any JRPGs on the Genesis growing up. I don't think that I would have saved. And my PS1 memory card was pretty versatile. I don't ever remember having a save issue. I think the first time I ever ran into a save corrupt issue was on the PS2, and it was my original save of Vice City. For some reason, the save had corrupted. And it would freeze at the same exact spots.
Yeah.
It was so odd. I didn't know that was a common problem with the N64.
With
Yeah,
EverDrives, you have the added bonus of being able to back up your games in a way that you can't on real hardware. So if I wanted to, I could back up all of the all of the internal save data for my games as like a computer file,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah, I guess
dot whatever, and then back it up to my PC. If something were to happen, I would still have it.
it's true. My hesitance with that sort of thing comes from using shitty third parties and not the
Yeah.
actual EverDrive. Like, I
Mhm.
have a lot of R4 flash cards and stuff, and
The time bomb.
well, the
time
time bomb. I mean, I bypassed the time bomb, but like, they're still very unreliable just because they're so poorly made. And you know, an EverDrive is expensive, and I wouldn't necessarily need one or want one. But
Of course, yeah.
yeah, I mean, for sure, it's more reliable. You get what you pay for. You get the reliability.
We can't all be as blessed as Steven.
I really,
Well,
it did hurt my wallet to buy this NES EverDrive. It's like $160. It's
Right.
painful, but
Yeah.
I have.
Thank you again for mine.
Yeah, yours was around the same price, 140-ish. They're expensive, but I firmly believe in the product. I think it's
Oh,
really,
yeah.
really quality stuff.
it is. For sure.
Now that I have them, I couldn't really live without my N64 and NES EverDrive.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I eventually want to get a GBA one.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's a great
like,
choice.
a really cool one. And maybe
Yeah.
a Genesis one, because like there's a lot of Genesis games I want to replay, but like I'm either stuck emulating them or just like Phantasy Star is so expensive now. Like those JRPGs on the Genesis.
Yeah, I feel like per capita, Genesis has it's much more uncommon to find
Right.
their games.
So I was thinking of like a Genesis flash card eventually too.
Yeah.
Terminator Genesis.
Oh my god,
Genesis. Genocide.
garbage.
Yeah. I think, let me see, what's my list say? Phantasy Star 4, 2, they're all like expensive. Shining Force, Crusader of Senti, if you ever heard of that game.
No.
They're all like pricey fucking JRPG on the Genesis.
Yeah.
How doeth the runs go?
I just realized I've been doing practice for like an hour straight, so I should probably do runs now. I really don't mind spending like so much time on practice. I feel like it really
Yeah.
helps.
Right.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Just want to make sure I have every single part down the way I want.
We had our holiday party today.
How'd
Oh,
that
nice.
go? I just RSVP'd for ours tonight.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, I saw a lot of people, and it was nice. And I just basically ate so fucking much. Like, they had alcohol too, but after karaoke and recovering from karaoke, I was like, I'm good without drinking for a little while. That was a little.
I found out ours is like at a fancy ass steakhouse, which I actually don't like.
Ooh.
I don't like that. There's gonna be a bunch of us. I'd rather just, I don't know, do it at a bar, in and out, goodbye.
More casual.
Oh yeah.
Way more casual.
Yeah.
I think it's Ruth Christie's. I forget which place it is.
Oh, Ruth Christie's. I've heard of that. Or Ruth Chris. Ruth. Chris?
Ruth
Something
Bader
like that.
Ginsburg. It's the bar that she got.
Bill Hader Ginsburg.
Well, the other issue I don't like with these, I know why they do it, but it's a Wednesday night. Like mine's next Wednesday night. And I'm just like, middle of the week
Yeah.
from like 5 to whatever it is, 10, 11. You know,
Yeah.
and it's not like I don't have work the next day.
Right.
No.
By the way, I need a vote from the audience. You do. I need I don't know. I need someone with sound perspectives. And Alan. And Alan.
Got him.
I need both of your perspectives on something that I encountered, which is interesting. So the guy, obviously they caught the guy who did the CEO
Yes.
shooting.
Yeah, just be mindful of stream.
Yeah, I don't care.
What could you possibly say that's offensive? Go ahead.
It's Steven.
This what seems to be happening now is it's been politicized. I know it was already happening. That's not a profound statement. But someone on Hinge told me, I was like, oh hey, what's up or whatever, and they were like, oh, just feeling bummed out that they caught the guy. And I was like,
Whoa.
Yeah, I've been seeing that everywhere, and like,
yes.
well, finish your thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I then realized that it's so on like alt Twitter, where I follow a bunch of people, let's just say, in a certain community. There's all these thirst posts and all this crazy shit, and I'm like,
For the guy.
I was like, this person is unhinged. If
I've
he
been
was
seeing
ugly,
that everywhere. Yeah.
if he was ugly, then people would just be like, oh wow.
Yeah.
But because it's someone who's like young and attractive.
You see it with people, like hot people's mugshots.
Yes,
There's
it
like
was with the
entire groups
Boston.
devoted to that.
Yes, the Boston bomber situation was the same because
my
of
God.
one guy. Like,
Yeah.
but it wasn't politicized then. Like, this is starting to go with the whole like, it's a liberally sort of weird thing. I'm seeing so much discourse about it.
Anti-capitalism, anti-corporate
Yes.
America, anti.
Yes,
So
yes. I'm like, oh my god.
my very like not. You know me. I like to fuck around. I like to be jovial and say fucked up shit.
Jovial.
All of that. Fuck you, Steven. All
Yeah.
that aside.
No, I love it.
All that aside, I find it deeply disturbing for last week. That's all I've been seeing everywhere.
Yeah, I agree.
And to me, it's just like, guys, however you feel about like American healthcare system, capitalism,
Yes.
etc. This is a murderer. This is someone
Right.
who like point blank killed a dude.
In cold
like,
blood, completely.
He could have had a mom who got effed by like United Healthcare and died in the
Right.
hospital.
Which
This is a
separate
murderer.
issue. Right.
Like, this isn't something to be celebrated, and like, not for nothing. Like, it goes back to even to like when people bitch about like Trump and like the tax laws and exploitation.
Sound off in the chat if you have an opinion on this CEO shooting.
But-
Oh no.
But to me, if I were in his shoes, I would do the same exact fucking thing. Not the murderer, the CEO.
Oh, that's what I thought you were.
Yeah, or like when it comes to Trump and like the tax laws, I was like, of course I would fucking like leverage what I can and exploit laws that I know I can exploit.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not something to flex about.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you people are like, no, like if you were a $40 million a year CEO, you would do the exact same thing. And not for nothing, our American healthcare practices and problems have been around for decades. Not
Of
like,
course.
like since this person was a child, probably. Like,
Well, of course, it's an oversimplification of a complicated issue, which is the problem with a lot of political discourse now.
Right.
Is oversimplification of complex issues that they have no understanding of. What I'm mostly concerned about, truly, from all of this, is that it's yet another divisive, strange thing that is easily manipulated into like taking a side. So it's like, can we stop falling into the trap of like social media forcing you to like think
there's no side.
one way?
Like, there's no side
Right.
to this. Someone got murdered. Who's a father and a parent? Like, what
Well,
the fuck?
there's so much of the counterpoint is like, oh, this person deserved it because their system is fucking you because of this person. It's just
Which
that's
is
way
not their fault.
well. It's also
Well,
way more way oversimplification of complex issues.
Like-
so I don't know.
There's a popular Angelo will find this funny. There's a popular, because he told me not to do this anymore. There's a popular like Lord of the Rings page with memes and references and stuff
Oh,
like
no.
that.
yep.
So they were joking about like the death of the CEO and like, how like basically like good and like all the
Mhm.
CEOs deserve that. And I'm just like, this is a Lord of the Rings fan page. Don't you guys even remember like what Frodo said to like what Gandalf said to Frodo about not being so quick to like wanting to dole out punishment and death? It was like a
Yeah.
whole speech, and it was like one of the main morals of the book was
Yeah,
that
well,
you're not, you're just you. Like you should show people
Well,
mercy. A,
even-
B, yeah.
Yeah, to go off of that, the character of Gollum is deliberately shown to be, extremely vile and evil and ugly and pathetic and all of these things. And you think as like the main character, they're completely justified in killing this creature because it's so hideous, and it's just hell bent on fucking up your mission. What's the big deal if we just kill this thing and be done with it? And you're right. The message is we should not be judge, jury, and executioner for other people because you don't know. You may not always know the full story behind something.
Right.
Well,
Exactly.
Steve, you've read and or watched the movie. So.
I've read
Yeah,
the
yeah,
books.
of
Yeah.
So, I mean, the whole point is just like, Bilbo didn't kill Gollum. He showed him mercy.
And that
There's
ended
probably a
up
reason for
saving.
that, and then ended up saving the all Middle Earth at the end.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you can see that as just like symbolism, that his mercy is what saved the world.
Right. Right.
And that mercy
But-
is the thing that we should be celebrating rather
But
than.
people have just been sick. Like they've been popping off. They're like, well, maybe the CEO shouldn't have denied all those claims. Or
I
like,
know
some
he
other
didn't
shit.
personally deny
And
all
I'm
of
just
his
like,
claims.
are you people that stupid? That's not how any of this stuff works.
Well, it's again oversimplification of complex issues is the world that we're living in, and it's fueled by dumb social media and dumb people on social media. So the fact that this person said that to me just shows that they're just fully buying anything on social media.
I would stay away.
Do you think it's going to work
from
out
that
between
person, by the
us?
way.
Do you think it's
I
gonna
would-
work out?
It's your call. I would stay away from people like that.
I'm
I
just
already have.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Of course.
But,
and
like,
also
no.
You
there
already
are
fucked
other-
him.
Yeah, it's too late. And there's other things in their profile that indicates to me that they also like signaling their participation in other movements, and that to me, whether or not I support those movements, the fact that that's an identifier to the point that they have to like show it off indicates to me that they're exactly what I'm describing, that they are just following something that they know very little about, and that they're just spouting off, what they see on social media in an echo chamber. Because when I signed on, it's so funny. I have that. This doesn't take a lot of, skill to do, but I have like 2 sets of social media accounts, like one that I curate in my own little bubble, and then one that's outside of that. And like what I see on dumb Twitter is like everything that we're describing, people who are of those mentalities. But when I sign onto my own, I just see, videos of like animals being rehabilitated or like trains and video games. Somehow
I don't know.
trains,
I
metal
literally-
detecting videos.
I literally checked my mail when I got home, and was like, I got like a erroneous bill for like $541 from the hospital again. You know what I mean? That I shouldn't be getting. It's not like I'm annoyed. I'm gonna have to make several rounds of phone calls, see what this is even about. But it's not. Oh, I'm really glad that CEO died. That's certainly changing things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
It's
very.
fucking stupid. That was like today. I'm like, but it occurred to me. I was like, if I was an idiot or a retard, fucking these.
Hey.
Scroll. No, these.
I work with
you have-
retards.
My God, Angelo.
Well, not wrong.
No, I mean, I wouldn't call them that. Jeez.
Well, the
Anyway, anyway, but I was just like, we're so dumb, or people are so dumb nowadays that someone actually would have that reaction.
Mhm.
It's alarming. It's like when I get into arguments with people when, we were always taught growing up, 2 wrongs don't make a right. For some reason, our generation and the generations under us, it's completely okay to be a fucking savage.
It takes 2 to make a hole feel tight. Oh, I thought that was the full lyric.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were referencing.
No, I know what you're talking about. Also, this video, by the way, will be submitting to GDQ. Angela,
Yes.
For your proof of
Thank
stream.
you.
This hot button issue. It's on there.
Watch him just wear a shirt that says "Death to all CEOs" or something.
Well,
or or slaying CEOs in splits.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn! I got the wrong pattern for Kraid, so
Yeah.
I have to reset. Oh, I wish I knew why that happened. It should be consistent every time I boot up the console.
it's because they're using AI to determine whether or not they can deny your claim
Yeah,
to enter Kraid's lair.
correct. Yeah. Sorry, we actually don't cover this model of your NES.
Samus applies for healthcare for all of the attacks she's
Space healthcare, galactic healthcare.
faced. Federation, federal healthcare.
Does she count as a government employee?
No, she's a bounty hunter. She's a
Contracted.
part-time contractor.
Oh my god, contractors always get shafted. They get no benefits.
Samus's contract is actually
can-
handled by a subsidiary company that's
Gen-
the Galactic Federation.
Gendreda has been trying to like
Yeah.
team up with Samus to like, you know, get these
Rundus
rules
is,
get these rules
Rundus-
changed.
Yeah, Rundus's descendants are like trying to get death benefits as next of kin because he was killed. But they said that they don't cover evil Phazon clone
Yeah,
related deaths.
yeah.
God.
Phazon-based life forms fall outside of the scope of the
Correct.
life insurance policies that
They're gonna have to
set
take
up.
it to court, you know.
Yeah, it's a federal court, and it always rules in favor of the federal government.
Take it to space court.
Sorry, Rundus descendants, go back to your ice planet and cry your icicle tears.
Oh my god. Oh,
Where's
Samus's next mission is assassinating a U.S.
No.
healthcare worker.
I have a question. Have you guys been noticing more? Because like one of the things I noticed today with all these women like fawning over this guy's mugshot
It's
was
not
if
just
you click on
women.
their profiles, some of them are like devout communists, and not even like
God.
shitlord meme stuff, like actual communists. I'm just like, when is this movement taking over like America? Like what the fuck?
Dude, the communists never left. They've been here forever.
Can
Sounds
we,
like the space pirates are communists.
can we like kill them?
Space pirate communism. That they're based on a communist government with Mother Brain as their leader. We know this.
Oh my god.
This is well known.
Is Mother Brain connected to Al Qaeda?
She is Al Qaeda.
I mean, there's a lot of bombs in that area.
Oh my god.
Um,
Yeah, you have to set a time bomb at the end.
On this day, 29 years since Dragon Quest VI. Interesting. Steve, you should play that game.
I'll add it to my backlog. I'll add it to my front log.
Don't you have it?
Dragon Quest 6? No. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, like on the DS.
On the yes, on the DS.
It's like very pricey now.
Yes, I do. I think I have all of them except I don't know what one I don't have. 2 and 3, I guess.
2 and 3.
Yeah.
I mean, they got later ported, and then now you have the HD 2D of 3.
Right.
4, 5, 6, I think, were on the DS too. Then you had some ports to. They're all expensive. They're just all expensive. I think 6
I have-
is like $100.
I have 5, 6, and 8, and 9, and 1. So
5, 6, 8, 9, 1.
yeah,
So you don't have.
2, 3, 4,
You don't have 7.
7. No.
I think that went up because I was recently trying to grab that on 3D. It's on the PlayStation as well.
Why is Prime 3 the worst Prime?
Is it the worst Prime?
Because it's the most generic.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Prime 1 and 2 went for a creative, unique approach, and Prime 3 decided to be
Halo.
what other
2.
games are like.
Prime 3 decided to be Halo 2. Everything from the space pirate / Covenant infiltration attack of the like flagship that she's on in the beginning. It's the same as Halo 2. They like knife through in their ships and like invade. Same thing.
They tried to strike a balance between the action-packed movie segments with, you know,
Yeah.
classic Prime gameplay.
Yeah,
But, you know, they did go too far in that direction, of course.
they did. Phazon Suit Samus was very silly, like mechanically.
Yeah.
Skytown is pretty basic. So,
Mm-hmm. Elsie.
yeah.
One of the only good
Um,
locations in the game.
Yeah, yeah. I like Brio as well.
It was
Where
okay.
Where does
Yeah.
Other M take place in the timeline again?
Although, I don't know. I think it's like a prequel or something.
Yeah, pretty sure it comes earlier.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I'm really not sure.
I don't even think consider it.
I really gotta play that one.
Yeah,
What, other M? I thought you did already.
No, I never played Other M in my life.
I know that they have a Nightmare as one of the bosses,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of fusion references.
but it
How
looks
much more-
horrible.
It
It
goes.
it does look bad.
Metroid or Zero Mission, and then wait, fuck, hold on. And then of course Prime is this like old little fucking oddity. So Metroid or Zero Mission, Prime, then Prime Hunters, then 2, then 3, then Metroid 2, Super Metroid,
That's
Other
really
M.
messed up.
So Other M supposedly takes place after that, Fusion, and then Dread.
Oh, Conan.
So does 4 just take place in between 3 and 2? Like between Prime 3 and regular 2?
It comes after
knows?
Wind Waker.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
But before Twilight Princess.
Correct.
Oh, speaking of that topic you guys despise, they tweaked the Zelda timeline again to fit in with Echoes.
I listened to a podcast where they talked about it. I was like, okay, who cares?
The continuing thing.
I similarly don't care about the Metroid timeline at all. Because I just like playing the games. I don't care. They have nothing to do with the story. It's completely agnostic. I like that Dread had the X parasites. I thought they handled it really well. I thought it was just like it obviously
In what
made
game?
it so that Dread obviously like assumed you knew what the X parasites were, but even if you didn't, I guess you just saw sort of how they
You
decimated
can
the world.
surmise what's happening.
Right.
Yeah, it's cool because obviously in Fusion they destroy every life form on the station, but to see it actually take over everything on a planet is kind of still is very like devastating idea. That just everything gets like
Yeah,
absorb.
it's the exact same outcome that you were trying to avoid in Fusion.
yeah.
Trying to prevent that from happening.
Yeah. But the X parasites are so cute. They're like flubbers. They are
That's
like
one way of
flubbers.
putting it.
Robin Williams invented the X parasite. And it danced around. Yeah, the original X parasite was green and it danced around.
Right.
And he named it
That's
Flubber.
almost
Yeah. I fell asleep earlier, so I'm doomed.
I'm a long day and I'm gonna take my car. Get it all changed like first thing in the morning tomorrow.
Fucking no missile pickup. Damn. And the beach ball.
Yeah, just once I messed up that jump, I didn't feel like continuing.
I like that jump.
That jump, that jump, that jump.
Chibi. What's
Except for
Chibi
the
up to
people.
right now? Is he still in Japan getting caught with his pants down?
Hands down. No.
Hey, you guys aren't into like flight sims, right?
No.
Oh, Nar. Only Star Fox.
Got it.
So, do you think they're ever going to make a flight sim version of Star Fox? That would be unfun. Like landing gear retracted.
Fox, you didn't retract your landing gear.
You didn't put up your tail fins. It came in too hot and exploded. That's like train simulators. All I want to do is just like smash, like blow up trains and smash into other trains and cars. But like they want you to just like actually.
Are you
like, be on
okay?
time. No, it's like you know you want to turn it into like Grand Theft Auto.
Oh
It's
god.
like it's like your mission is to just like be on time and like you know manage the driving of the train efficiently. It's like I wanna fuck shit up with this. Same with flight simulators. I always just wanna like fly into stuff.
That was me as a child. Now I have like the opposite urge.
You wanna land the plane, bring it on in.
I want to try to land the plane as efficiently as possible, and or like drive in. Like when I drive in Grand Theft Auto, I actually try not to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I guess it depends. Oh my god, how about the Grand Theft Auto controversy in 4 where you drunk drive? That's an early mission, and it's so
Yeah.
hard. The car is
Yeah.
so fucked.
You're wobbly.
Yeah.
They introduced that same mechanic in Red Dead. Believe it or not, you can get too drunk in Red Dead.
Driving a stagecoach.
Yeah,
Or riding horseback or something.
riding a horse while drunk.
But
You get a
the-
DUI with that?
But a horse knows what to do. You can't like tell a horse to run into a tree; it'll avoid it. Unless it's
No.
Epona in
Correct.
Twilight Princess. That bitch will run right into a tree. It's so annoying. That was. Do you remember Miyamoto and Iwata playing the demo, the early demo of Breath of the Wild, where they were calling attention to
Yes.
the fact that riding the horse will avoid obstacles like a real horse would.
Yes. I remember
Yeah.
that was something that everyone was talking about because it was such a cool idea.
Yeah.
And they were right to show it off. They were really proud of
Right.
that one.
Yeah. At least horses have some semblance of like what they should and shouldn't do.
We can only hope.
Glassy-eyed dinosaurs. The Jerry Seinfeld calls them. Oh, God.
We would also
Oh.
like to play.
You're
wouldn't.
so you are going away. You said, right?
Oh yeah. So I unfortunately will miss that, but that
Sorry.
obviously. Yeah, no, all good.
Yeah, that's looking like the date. That's like the one date you can do it.
I'm down. Ready.
Safe
I'll-
travels,
I'll-
though. Obviously, I'm sorry. Not
Yeah,
to be
thank
here.
you. No, all good. I'll follow along from afar.
Angela. could
Oh,
always
dear
just
Lord,
live
it's a
stream
far.
it.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I said you could always live stream it to Steven.
Sure.
There you go.
Dude, that's the second time I've done that. I fucked up my unmorph jump.
Oh dear Lord, it's a
That was actually a good. That was a good pace.
fuck. Poking out.
I just remembered I do not have my autographs of Adam Sessler or Morgan Webb anymore. They are some.
Oh,
Huh?
I saw a post. Someone was like posting like old videos and stills from X-Play.
excellent.
It just came up on my feed, so I was like, I don't have their autographs. I have their. You guys
XPlay
watch
was a
XPlay?
program. It was a program on Xvids.
It was.
Oh.
I could have swore we've had a long
Oh,
conversation. Play.
X videos. I was like, what? I never said that.
Oh
X hamster.
god.
I just lost my sponsorship with X Hamster because of that R word joke I said earlier. They didn't find that funny.
Not X hamster. Why are they called hamster?
I think I looked this up a long time ago. I forget why. Nothing. It's not like an epiphany or something. There supposedly is a reason.
Huh?
Oh.
Like red tube, I understand because it's like red light district, but hamster. Like I always thought it was like an early 2000s like hamster dance reference for some reason. I know it's not, but that's all I think about. Hamster dance.
He just started a new run too. We've already injected cancer into this one as well.
Oh,
Hopefully this one
won't
is a PB.
No.
It starts off immediately with X Hamster.
Literally, Steve's talking about X Hamster.
What? TDQ is watching. This is the TDQ submission video.
Hannah, if you're watching this at a later date, please ignore the first part of this video.
Log off and log on to X.
How do you feel about knitting?
Also, give me your X Hamster account.
No.
I know you have one, Hannah.
Yeah.
We're on first name basis now.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys doing anything for like holiday stuff? Any festivities yet?
I'll be with my family,
Same.
as per usual.
I was thinking about it today because I was gonna tidy up. I was like, oh, decorations on the tree. I wonder if people have started doing that stuff yet.
I haven't bought a tree. I'm gonna try to get a small one this time. Last year was a little bit too big.
Like a real tree or fake tree?
Not a real tree, no.
No. Okay.
No. Something I can reuse every year. Yeah, I have the tree I had last year it's in the garage, but I set that up on my own and it was just too much work, man. Then removing it was also like a ton of work.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta like put all the branches up and then the lights. Fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just put lights up. I don't know. That might be easier. Plus, we're not really. I don't know. We're gonna do all our Christmas stuff at my parents' house anyway. My sister might come visit. It was kind of a maybe before, but I think now she's coming.
That's good at least. Fuck, Splatoon is always a good time.
Yeah, it's a shame. Usually, you know, the last few times that she's visited, you know, it's always too short, and you know, between my parents and like her friends and other people that she has to go see, you know, she can't really spend that much time with any one person.
Right.
It's just like whirlwind vacation mode, and you know, got a limited time to go see and do everything you want to do.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast. Wait, are you gonna even have time then? On the 21st?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still before the holidays. It's fine.
Right. I do feel, I mean, I haven't done it in a year, but I do feel it just, putting up decorations changes, I guess, like the ambiance or feeling. When you
It
come
makes
home.
you feel better for sure.
Yeah, I mean, all the lights. Like
Makes you
nice
feel happy.
skirt or something. Yeah, festive. I don't know. And Lord knows I have a ton of Hallmark, Nintendo, gaming, fucking ornaments. Samus and everything. I have the small Hallmark ornaments of like every first gen or like second gen console, so like a NES that makes sounds, a SNES that makes sounds, Genesis.
I like absent-mindedly just started spamming the B button, and then the room lagged. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot you can't do that.
Wait, what happened? Oh!
I was in a
Lagged out the
room
room.
with like 2 or 3
Unintentionally.
enemies, and I just like, my brain was just like, spam the fire button. And I did as like a tick, and then I realized I lagged the game and lost time.
Dang.
You gotta love how that works.
Yeah. That's awesome.
God, her running animation still bothers me. I've seen this a million times.
Her whole shape is strange. Her side profile is very strange.
Which is
It
crazy
is.
because her front profile looks awesome on this. It's just so weird.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like they should have like maybe made her bulkier from the side. You know what I mean? Like more mech looking.
Yeah, so when she's facing like the
Like
front,
look at that.
when she's facing the front, she does great proportions and looks normal. But from the side, her arms look really skinny. Her legs
Her
look really
legs are
skinny.
too long.
the whole bodysuit looks extremely thin.
Well,
It's
no,
weird.
it's like, hey, we're giving you the image that she's just wearing like a skin tight.
Yeah,
Spacesuit,
it looks
but
like a
it's not.
skin tight spacesuit with a giant helmet. You know,
Right.
it looks ridiculous.
When it should have been more like the mech suit front like image we get.
You know what kind of
Yeah.
looks like? You ever see that character from Blaster Master? You know, with the spacesuit?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a more pronounced version of that. You know, just giant helmet.
Yeah. Which, by the way, did you guys? I think ABG put out a Blaster Master video like a week or two ago. It's like,
I've-
okay.
Yeah, I did. I don't watch that channel anymore. We go over this every time.
Have you unsubscribed?
I don't know. My YouTube channel is subscribed to so many things that I haven't watched in years. I never go to my subscriptions page anymore. I haven't for a long time. Whoever I'm sub to is just a free sub from me, because I'm not gonna bother going and unsubscribing from people one by one. Like, I think I checked it recently, and the first thing that popped up was Louis Rossman. I can't even remember the last time I saw his
He's
videos.
still very active. Still very active. Still
He
salty.
he left New York a long time ago.
Yeah, he moved out. He's like, fuck this state. Which, good for him. I agree with him.
Well, he made a lot of enemies, and he got some really nasty things happen to his business. Like, they were clearly trying to like fuck his shit up.
What, New York City? You don't say.
There were all these like agencies were like coming to like collect bills and fees from him, and
That were like not legal.
yeah, like they claiming that like he broke all these property laws. He was like constantly in court fighting shit. I was like, no wonder he left.
Yeah, no, fuck. I don't know.
Essentially,
I
they
wouldn't say
won.
New
They
York
they
was-
muscled him out.
I mean, yeah, but he didn't have to pay them much.
It's crazy. I remember one of the first videos I watched of him. There was a lady who, young lady, came into the store, and she agreed to be part of the video. And he's like, "Oh, like tell the camera like your story. Like, why'd you come in today?" She's like, "Oh, I went to the Apple store because my screen stopped working, and you know I didn't know what to do, so I brought it to them, and they said it would be like $800 to fix it, and I'd be better off buying a new one."
Oh god.
And they said they took it to the back, they looked at it, and they said it would be way too expensive to repair, so they recommended me just replace the whole thing. So yeah, she had a feeling that something wasn't right, so she brought it to Louis Rossman to get like a second opinion. And he takes her to like the back of the shop where like his workbench is, and he has the laptop under a microscope. And he's like, you know, we have this open, and knowing nothing about the laptop, we just know it doesn't get a display. The first thing we're going to look at is the cable that connects the screen to the laptop. And you look at the display cable, and you can see that it's not properly plugged all the way into the socket. Like, it's kind of out. And all he does is he takes tweezers, and he just reinserts the ribbon cable flush, turns it on, and then the screen magically comes on, and it's fixed. And he's like, you know, you saw, he's like showing the girls, like, you saw like what I did. Like, I didn't touch this at all before camera was on. You know, this is what Apple does. Like, they take you in, they pretend to look at your computer, and they don't actually bother fixing it.
Of course.
I was so amazed. I knew things were bad, but I didn't know it was that bad until he showed me that.
Because they're hiring, like everywhere else, they hire unqualified, customer service type people that are not skilled or hobbyists in any way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
And then they incentivize them to just charge the most money. Just like you were saying about the Micro Center customer person that you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the days of meeting like uber knowledgeable hyper enthusiasts from like 40 years ago at Radio Shack is not a thing anymore.
No.
That went away in like the 2000s. So that's been slowly eroded.
I
over
know.
time.
I used to have one around a block away from me, a Radio Shack, and going in there was like awesome.
Yeah.
Or even like in the 90s when I was living in Jersey. Those were cool as a kid. Everything just looked so awesome.
That's why I always do all of the repairs or shopping or anything like that for family. You know, no one is really allowed to go to a computer repair shop without going through me first.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
You just, there's no way I can ever trust an official, you know, service center or a third party. Like, I cannot trust other people with that.
Yeah.
Always trying to upsell you, upcharge you.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know what's weird? I have a Pokemon Red cartridge that's like my personal copy, and I opened it up and it looks like the battery was replaced, but I never replaced the battery. Like,
You've always had it?
Is it from your childhood?
yes.
Wow, it's
So-
weird.
So I don't understand, and it's definitely mine. Like the Pokemon's names are like
When did
mine.
you get it?
1997.
Oh, I have no idea. That's freaky.
Yeah, because
Maybe when they produced it, when they did a QA test, they noticed the battery and just took it off the line and do that. They do that with electronics all the time.
it has the red or the yellow sort of protector thingy around it, whereas other Pokemon
On the
Reds-
battery, right?
Yeah, the other
Yeah.
Pokemon Reds don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I
That's a
don't re-
possibility, though.
I don't recall seeing it when I first took it apart. I don't know.
You
I'm
sure
losing-
that's your...
Two
Yeah.
possible ideas. Either it was already there when you
Right.
bought it, which is like Alan said, maybe it did receive some kind of change before it went to the box, or it was changed without your knowledge at some point in your childhood.
It couldn't have been. There's no way.
Yeah, it must
But-
have already been like that.
Maybe, yeah. I guess what's funny is I didn't notice it when I first took it apart. Because I didn't think the factory batteries had that yellow, like, short protection around
Yeah,
it.
they usually don't, but could be wrong. Maybe some do.
Maybe.
There could be a date on the battery, an expiration date. Have you looked?
Yeah, it says 98-05. So I don't know what that means.
98-05. Oh, September 2005 is the expiration date.
Right, so 1997 to 2005.
Yeah, I guess
That's
you can kind of cross-reference that with other people's expiration on the stock battery.
Yeah.
So here's the stock battery. It's 99-06. So maybe it is that some of the ones from the factory, because it doesn't look like it's... The solder looks like pristine, like no one's
Yeah.
ever touched it.
If it
Like-
looks really professional
It must
and there's
be
no
factory.
flux anywhere, it's probably
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never
It
thought
could have
that.
just been. It could also been the later batch of Reds.
Mhm.
I don't think so. It was first edition, first print, because it. And again, like it came from the box. Like it's
Mhm.
legitimately my original copy. It still works too. The battery still functions. I noticed a lot of reds and blues batteries will stay powered even this many years later, almost 30 years later, because it draws such little power from them. Whereas the yellow tends to fail because of the smaller CR1212 battery, and of course, silver, gold, and crystal use the real-time clock, which drains the battery. Same with the GBA games until they started using, or they stopped doing the real-time clock in the games. Well, I learned something new today. That from the factory, I guess they were using some, like, of the batteries that have that short protection around it. I never realized that. Cool.
That's cool. Ironically, it's funny you brought that up because I'm scrolling and like I'm in a Game Boy mods group. Someone just posted that they accidentally, while trying to fix the battery on an Emerald, while desoldering the negative terminal, a section of the board came off. So they're asking for like advice.
Jeez.
And people obviously are like, pre-tune the trace, attach a jumper to the trace.
What an
Yeah.
idiot.
People are like chiming in. That's like the only way you're gonna fix this. I don't think I've ever. You can't fix that. Like once the pad's gone, I don't think I've ever been able.
You have to
like,
find
fix
a
the pad.
new point to solder
Right,
to
right.
on that same circuit.
Right, but the pad's like effed at that point.
Yeah. Well, just like your Game Gear, if the
Oh,
pad is
yeah.
gone, you need to make a new pad.
Thank you again for that. I think that was the only pad that gave us a problem.
We jumped 2 of them, I remember.
Oh, two?
Yeah.
Okay.
But one was more severe than the other. But like, yeah, you just scrape off a new point contact.
I love how I'm talking. I'm fucking muted. What the fuck?
Oh no.
I can hear you.
You can hear me now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I guess I'm holding my phone because my headphones were charging. So
Actually, I'm gonna switch you guys to different audio sources. Oh, you're back.
okay. Okay.
It's running spicy.
Ooh.
Trying to focus.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, it is. Good luck.
Oh, I fucked it up, man.
Uh,
Damn it, I got nervous.
Can you guys hear me at all or no?
Yeah.
Alright, perfect. Sorry, I want to go in the bedroom. It's getting late.
Damn, that sucks.
I open your Discord and the first thing I see is Kit and Krista and something about naked. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was watching their tape. It's pretty good.
Alexa, turn on bedroom lamp. I don't know.
Alright, we're still in this.
Well, in a toilet.
Massive time loss in Kraid. Damn.
Craig.
4 seconds. That's disappointing. I could save time with the climb though. Alright, time to focus. Got plenty of missiles. I'm really in really good shape.
I think we lost David.
hello.
Oh, there you are.
Yep.
I was just saying we lost you.
Yeah, no, something was wrong with this fucking app. I was saying like the run continues.
Yeah, it's still alive.
Good.
Oh,
This-
man.
Jesus.
I went and saw Totoro again tonight.
Totoro.
It's like the end of the Ghibli Fest for the year.
My friend Elisa had that movie on VHS, a Spanish dub, and we watched it, and it was so weird to me. It was so like cerebral, strange.
In Spanish? You watched it in Spanish?
Yeah.
It's a weird Ghibli movie, but it's cute.
Yeah, I like it. It is weird though.
I would rather watch, have kids watch like that than the crap they're ingesting now.
Yeah.
At the risk of sounding all boomery.
Yeah.
Okay, boys, here we go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You got this.
Damn, no good.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Yeah. Still exciting though. Definitely exciting.
dang. I just want to see what I did. Yeah, I wasn't looking that closely at that turret.
Fuck. I just realized I was muted.
Like I'm listening to a cassette tape recording of me and my brother screaming and singing a song. Jesus Christ.
A cassette
yeah,
recording?
You had people in the chat saying good try.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's like, exactly what about Totoro is weird? Did I miss something when watching it? I mean, I don't think I've seen the full movie, but I mean your standard anime weirdness, I guess. I see.
Anime
I guess
weirdness,
it's directed at you, Alan.
What? I guess maybe the cat bus and stuff. It's things that
They're all weird. All those
things that
Ghibli
are
movies
written
weird.
and made for kids, kind of in Japan, are different when you like look at them here. It's weird. Different cultural sensibilities, different things that they find funny, different things they find scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. There was a lot
Totoro
of
itself
there's a lot of
is
silence in that movie too, like which is unusual from I guess
Totoro.
American.
Totoro?
Yeah, like when they're in the house and there's like the dust bunnies and like what are those?
Oh yeah, like shit that would terrify a kid here is just like the kids are laughing in the movie and think it's like funny and cute and demons and whatever and ghosts are like cool. Here it's like that would be like the plot where they're terrified, but there it's just not. It goes back to like they introduce kids to death pretty early in Japanese culture and don't like shy away from any of that stuff. There's no such thing as like, oh, this is too violent or too heavy for a kid in Japan. They introduce them to that stuff early. That's why you see it in a lot of their movies for kids.
I would agree with that.
It's like, remember when I was explaining to you what Pampoko was, Steven and Angelo? Where it's about like tanukis and like the environment, and it's kind of like a sad Ghibli movie. The ending's very sad.
Yeah.
Well, you see, I think Steve noticed that you see balls a lot in the movie, and that's because in Japan, balls are like considered funny and humorous, kind of like how we fear like a bare ass is funny here,
Right. Like
In
a
Japan, it's testicles.
Chatter says like a flying baby elephant with a feather. Yeah, I mean that stuff is weird, but I mean American cartoons can get weird as well.
Yeah, I can't see your chat, so I have no idea what they're saying.
When I was in Turian and going down that vertical section with the Rinkas, lately that air has been super deadly for me. I get like really unfavorable patterns where Rinkas are going like sideways. I don't know if you guys saw that. When I was descending, a Rinka went completely horizontal to the right, forcing me to like go back to avoid it. It really sucks. It's uncommon as well.
I didn't notice that.
I mean, usually they're going straight up or, straight down at some kind of angle, but of course I get one that's going completely sideways, blocking my way out. So I have to like wait for it to go by. Fuck. I got to Mother Brain. I shot her like 4 times. Oh, that was in reference to Dumbo. Dude, I have not seen or thought about Dumbo in so long. That went over my head. But you are correct. That is weird. Also, a coyote chasing a roadrunner with explosives is also strange. Any cartoon character that has homemade explosives is probably a little weird.
Right. Oh, look at that. IGN reviewed the anime Lord of the Rings thing.
It's favorable.
The movie.
Not like
they
I
gave
give a shit what IGN thinks about anything, but I'm just curious.
They gave it a 6, so that probably means it's good. Honestly.
It's hard to judge. IGN grasping to stay relevant. Man, every major publication has just been like gone down the shitter.
Yeah, it's been like that for a while though. I don't know. I watch it for memes.
Or maybe it's just that when you're young, you are more trusting, and then you
Maybe.
realize that like everything you've ever read has just been written by some guy. You think it's like coming from some kind of like highly respected source, but no, it's some guy like you. He probably knows as much as you know, but he gets to write the story about it. It's just some guy. One of my favorite Bill Burr bits from his old stand-up was him talking about like priests in church. I know you might get offended by this, but it's Bill Burr. Yeah, he says something along the lines of like, you know, he doesn't like go to church or believe in it, and he's like, you know, I just couldn't get over the fact that, you know, listening to the preacher talk, you know, I'm watching him standing up there, I'm like, that's just some guy. You know, you think like he's, you know, wearing the outfit, you know, he's saying all the you know, chanting, and think he's like really important. No, he's just some dude.
Why do you think they wear the outfits? It's to create the ambience. If they were just
like,
dressed like a normal person.
He's like, your name is Carl, you know, you got bullied in high school. You know, you're just a guy.
That's why we wear suits as attorneys.
It's so people think you know what you're doing.
Yes, I mean on some level we do, but we're just normal people.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things to watch is like old videos of like trying to see people's reaction taking the bar exam. Like 10 years ago or something, I think it was, or a little bit more. And a lot of people were just like, "Wow, I always thought lawyers were super smart people. They're all just like normal people worried about like everything else everyone else is worried about." I'm like, yeah, that's kind of
Pretty much.
what it
Yeah.
is. I mean, granted, I think the only thing separating you from a priest is, you know, a lot of prayer and
a lot of pedophilia.
Anyway,
I
a lot
like
of
kids,
theology,
but not
a lot.
enough for their standards, you know.
Same thing applies for me though. Like the only thing separating me and you is a lot of legal studies and my degree. You know.
I bet I could do your job easily.
I bet you could do
Job
my
swap.
job, but you would hate people a lot more.
You should all job swap for a day.
Oh my god, that should be a TV show. Job
I thought
swap.
about it.
How about
was.
you guys take over
Like-
my fucking call center-esque job where you reset passwords all day?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I do it with a smile on my face.
I would do it for a day. I'd be like, "Hello, how can I help you?" IT help desk.
I'll go
That's
with Steve's
that's
job.
exactly what I say. IT help desk, and then they say, "Hi,
You.
I don't know what happened, but my SharePoint's not working."
I'm gonna
Can
be
you
really
help?
fake too. I'm gonna be really.
There's a
fake. I'm gonna be
SharePoint outage all day. Don't worry about it.
I could be like, "I'm so happy to help you. How's your day going?"
You're such a
Other than
bullshitter.
that. I know. I go so fake. I could be like, "My name's Angelo, and I'm so happy to help you. How's your day going? Other than this."
Oh my god. Then they'll never get off the phone.
I know. Be like, "I'm happy to help you. Let me just Google really quick what to do."
Oh my god, that'd be great.
I have no fucking clue.
Wow, I have no idea how to do that. Let me Google it. I'll be right back.
And as we know, at Alan's job, I've said what I would say before, which is just, "Your Honor, I rest my case." Every case. I've been
Every
through a
case, just slam your papers down on your desk and be like, "I rest my case."
Or I would do this big, elaborate speech, like really elaborate, and then just be like, "And with that, I rest my case." It has like very little to do with the case.
In Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio, he tries to be a lawyer for a day. He goes in front of a judge. He makes this huge speech about nonsense. He's just pulling words out of thin air. And the judge is like, "This is a preliminary hearing. There's no jury. There's no
Right.
defense. What the fuck are you doing? What's wrong with you?"
You could fake it only so far before someone eventually will realize that you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Whatever. But yeah, you are more than welcome to do my job tomorrow. Trust me. That's fine.
So how will we work it out? Who gets whose?
I want Steve's job, so
We
I can
can
be a
s- we-
total asshole.
We can swap more than one, so we all get to do each other's job.
Perfect.
Wait, do I still have to do your job? I kind of did.
I'll
your
take
job.
Steven's job
Uh,
first.
too.
Steve will take Alan's, and Alan, you can take mine.
No, give me Steve's. I've done your job. I don't want to do your job anymore. I'm
Do you
good.
Okay,
know what
somebody
I-
has to take my job.
Do either of you know what I actually do?
No, but I
No.
have a lot of fun figuring it out.
I'd have fun figuring out, and I'd wing it. I'd go in with a Pride T-shirt and an "I'm with her" button on my.
Yeah, I would do
That's all
that
I need
too.
to do.
I'd be
No.
like, I'm actually triggered that you expect me to do work today. I'm gonna go home now.
You're gonna be the only person dressed that way.
Yeah, I might be misjudging the environment a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, so or a MAGA hat. Would that be fine? I would assume
No.
you have the policy of no political anything in the office. I would assume.
I don't know actually, but I'm sure that would be really shocking.
You guys
To
don't have an
people.
office policy of no political clothing whatsoever.
No.
It's not a rule yet,
I don't
but
think
there's
it ever needed
time.
to be formalized.
Yeah.
No one gets hired. That's such a psycho. and
There's
has do
time to
that.
make it a rule.
Oh, hold on. So in 2016, you didn't see pro-Hillary stuff?
Maybe, but I think most people realize that you know it's just sort of a faux pas to bring that sort of thing into the office.
I guess. I'm curious if it's one of those things where it's like it's permissible if we like it.
Is it
No.
a fupa or a faux pas?
Faux pas. At least I've always said faux pas.
Fupa.
No, he knows what it is. He's just saying fupa.
He's just an idiot. Okay.
No. No, there may be people's desks that have like an "I'm with her," not anymore, but I don't honestly. I can't even really say I haven't seen it. Again, I think it's kind of a faux pas either way.
Yeah. Do me a favor,
Right.
just give me like if this had to be done, right? I had to do your job like as an emergency. Give me like a quick, Cribs notes. What do I got to do to just get through 8 hours?
Um,
Can I turn my
well-
phone off?
well, I don't answer calls.
Oh,
So you're welcome to.
if you're not expecting any calls, that's perfect.
I don't think I've talked on my phone rang. My desk phone rang the other day, and I'm like, who's calling this number? It hasn't worked since COVID.
Oh my god.
I haven't answered my desk phone in 4 years. Like, I'm not even. I mean, I'm on virtual. I'm on meetings, so it's not like I'm being silly. But I don't actually answer the phone. But I do have meetings all day and other stuff. I mean, I have a big executive presentation to do this week, so you're going to take that on for me. Yeah. There's that.
What do I talk about in the meeting?
Paid performance marketing and like from 2019 to present. And
Ooh, yeah, that might be tough.
yeah. Also, I mean, yeah.
What if
That
I
might
just
be-
try to relate it back to speedrunning? Just kind of circle back to something I do know. Maybe they might
So-
be impressed with some things I show them.
I don't think they're going to be impressed. They're not very happy people. There's literally zero small talk. It's like you just start and then it's immediately like the Thunderdome.
Oh my god. You guys
Yeah.
gotta lighten up. Here, I brought Metroid in today.
It's also semi in-person, semi virtual. So some of us, there's maybe like 8 people on the call. Our chief financial officer, our head of the digital org, and like my executive, my boss, one other person, and like 2 people from commerce. I don't know how many people
Yeah.
that is, but it's like very high pressure because we're delivering like a performance report to them, and we have to say like we've made this amount of money or we've lost this amount of money, and if we've lost money, we have to explain like what we're doing so that it doesn't continue.
What if
And-
I just pull up NVG's video and be like, just check this out. Check this out. This guy is really cool. I think we can learn a lot from this.
That would work. I also have to manage 5 employees and make sure that they're doing what they need to do. So
Alright, first thing I'm doing is giving them all a day off.
that will.
I would
the work
I would
doesn't
mess
get done.
I would message everyone and be like, everyone go home today.
I'm sure they'd love it, but then nothing's gonna get done.
exactly according to plan.
I have a new girl starting on Wednesday who needs to be all of her onboarding stuff. So I need to order like a computer and a phone. Then I have to like start her with a project that's like due the day after Christmas. We're starting this big promotion. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of that. It's coordinating. It's like larger projects. It's a lot of pulling data. But I'm also like writing emails and newsletters and graphic design and copywriting, math. I don't know. It's all that shit. So, you're welcome to have at it. That would be great.
I'll just call in sick.
That works too. I do have a lot of sick days. We don't really. Well, we log it, but not like. I don't know.
My job is
You
far
kinda-
easier. I could probably write down everything you need to do in like just a single paragraph, and then
Yeah.
literally after reading it once, you'd probably be able to do everything.
Yeah. I mean, I'll leave you a list of things to do and just figure out how to do it. I guess.
Yeah. All right.
You're nicer than me. I would just say have fun on it. As long
What
as
if I
don't get too much
delete
practice.
everything in your OneDrive?
Oh my god. That actually wouldn't really change anything.
Yeah, I doubt it would.
All my shit's backed up to the second. It's annoying, actually.
I feel like so much of my stuff is so ephemeral. You know, I'll give like a presentation and then like to go back in time, it almost like we just go from like month to month. It doesn't really, we don't do that too much of a look back, you know, because it's
Right.
the world is so different with marketing than it is even last year. So it's kind of like you're always inventing the new norm.
Right. Well, I mean, my stuff is all basically a log. You know what I mean? As far as like, well, what did he say? What did he do? What did he recommend? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, like,
log.
my work is made into sense to. I tailor my work so, like, if God forbid I couldn't appear, well, you could read my report and know what to do, or at least where my mind was going.
Right.
So another attorney could just pick up a file and technically, quote unquote, run with it. Technically.
And then I could rest your case.
I rest my
Yeah,
case.
Don't actually do that. I can't rest cases.
Would they even let you?
Yeah, I can rest on the record. Have I done it? Yes. Is it very much so not encouraged? Yeah, it's very much so not encouraged.
To be honest, I don't even know what that means.
Meaning, the record is basically
Nothing left to
everything
say.
like made so far. So you can say I rest on record, meaning here's the record as it stands, all the evidence, if there's prior testimony or whatever, I rest on it. I'm not making any more legal argument or a legal argument at all. I rest on what you have in front of you.
Right, exactly.
And is
It's
there like a
over.
mandated nap that you have to do afterward?
And a nap. Oh, nap. You're retarded. No.
Oh, I didn't even know. I'm even more out of it because I was just like, "What do you mean in nap?"
He said nap, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
nap.
Rest. I love that.
No.
Well, if you tell the judge you're gonna rest,
I'm going to rest.
And then
my
you
case
don't.
And then rest.
and then you don't rest, it's kind of
It's just a
disrespectful.
lingo. It's like when I tell a client I moved for this, meaning I pushed the court to.
Yeah,
do
but
the-
and yet you don't move anywhere.
No, I am, in theory, moving.
So you're lying.
Symbolically moving. No, it's.
That's what lawyers only know how to do. Is lie.
They just lie. They say they're moving, they're not moving. They're motioning, they don't motion.
resting and they don't rest. we're doing a very literalist
Is
interpretation.
is anything they say true? I don't think so. Oh my god. Alright, well, a couple of more attempts, then I gotta go to bed. Today I felt like shit when I got home. I was just
Same.
so tired.
Me too.
It takes a
Yeah,
while for me to fall asleep now because room is so dry, it's so hot and then cold.
Right.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say in probably another 20-30 I have to hop off.
Yeah.
I've been nuking my sleep schedule fully. I was up until like 3:30 last night, just living my best life.
Jesus
Brilliant.
Christ.
And then I like
Don't you have to get up at like 6?
I get up at 7:20.
Okay.
I leave the house at like 8:15 on the dot, and then I get in at 9.
Ah.
But-
Wow.
I left early today at like 4:30, so that was nice.
Okay. For the office party?
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird because they had to it was in Saturday Night Live studio, so I knew that they had to. I'm sure it's weird because we don't go in on Mondays or Fridays, and everyone was like, why are they having it on a Monday? And I was like, I bet it's because they're doing shit for SNL for the rest of the week, and that was why.
Right.
So it kind of sucks that it was on a Monday, but whatever.
Right. I mean, honestly, I'd prefer that. I think where it's like just like early or in the month and just get it over with. You know what I mean? I feel like
I mean, it's supposed to be nice.
closer to what?
It's supposed to be enjoyable.
No, it's not. No one
Well.
actually wants to be at those fucking things.
Well, I thought it was fine.
I mean,
They had
I
that
don't.
If you
Pasta-
like your coworkers, it's different.
Yeah, and I do.
I love
like
my coworkers. I just don't want to fucking be forced in a room with them. I'd rather it be
I think those
more
two
organic.
statements are a little incongruous.
No, you can be like, hey guys, let's go to happy hour, which is awesome, versus like the company telling you must go to this and be in the same room together.
Well, it is
Yeah.
kind of like a networking type of function. Like it's just seeing people you know and talking to them for a little while about stuff. But I don't know. That's fine. They had pasta that they made in that wheel of cheese. You know they.
Oh yeah,
that-
yeah.
Yeah.
They,
Was
they
it
had
good?
that. Yeah, it was really good. I was so full. I came home and took a nap. At like 6 o'clock. I was like, I'm dead.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't mind them for the food. I always enjoy the food, but one thing I don't like is like a lot of those functions. People are very cliquey.
Oh yeah, that's not that way for me.
Size.
Not that way for me. It's like people mingle around in different groups.
That's kind of me. I jump around, but most people just kind of like, I don't know, just stay. But doesn't matter. The moms all together or some shit like that. You know.
Oh, good pace.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually one of the few people at my job that doesn't have a family or kids. Everyone is like, even like people in their late 20s all have like, you know, spouses and kids. It's like, geez.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Most people have families, like kids and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, people at my people do, but not everyone. It was funny. I was talking to my coworker, and there's like a girl on her team who's like younger, and you know the girl is like in a new city, and she's having a hard time like making friends and like dating. And I was like, I like crossed my legs and acted like I was smoking a cigarette. I was like, let me tell you something about dating, honey. Like, you know, 'cause I'm like old comparatively. I'm like 15 years older. I'm just like, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. You know, like her whole life is kind of centered around that because she's in her like early 20s, and I'm just like dated. And, like,
This
I'm not
town
really-
ain't what it used to be.
Yeah. I was just acting that way. I'm not dated, but I was just like, there's more to life than just dating. But,
Love when you
But
do your
I-
cigarette voice.
yeah.
Let me tell you something, toots.
Let me tell you something. Dating is not all it's cracked up to be. Although you could go out on a date and debate the CEO killing. It's a new fun topic for everyone. A new morsel to chew on. Oh, my legs. A gripping good yarn.
I'm just like watching his run right now.
It's
just
such a
cleared the ball.
disaster. It's such a disaster.
Why do you say that?
China.
I mean, that just happened. I saw that.
I was gonna say it sounds like Trump. It's a disaster, the likes of which have never been seen before.
I missed that bubble dodge, and then I fell in the lava, and then I just wanted it to end.
That's why you fell in the lava. Got it.
Bubblicious.
Delicious. I hope Barb's had fun.
Oh yeah,
Saturday.
she was telling me she had a really good time. Thanks for coming out
Thanks for
and
inviting.
staying up till 6 a.m. Well,
Oh
sort
my
of.
God.
Sort of.
I couldn't go to bed. Like,
How?
because I was driving. I drove for 30 minutes, and then I'm like.
No, I mean when you
yeah,
got home.
No, I had to take like an edible to like make myself try to like fall asleep. So my sleep schedule wasn't like completely like effed.
If you want to fall asleep faster, you should watch some corporate, YouTube videos.
Corporate compliance.
I'll watch that. I'll watch that one guy. You guys, that begins with a P.
Panon.
Yeah.
Oh, Panon, yeah.
He'll put me asleep.
The Goombologist.
The Goombologist. Oh my god, the ending of that video. You know, he does like a subscriber special where he like puts everyone's names in the video. There's like a full story arc. There's like a
I love
cinematic like payoff. Oh my god, the level of detail is so off the charts.
I know
He's one of my favorite people in the world.
It was so funny. I was chuckling today thinking about it when we saw the video come up and you gasped. You made like this giddy gasp, like so excited. I
Panon,
rarely
that's a
hear
new
you-
2-hour video about
I know.
Goombas.
I rarely hear you like have such a visceral positive reaction to content coming out. It was very funny. I was tickled by that.
I was so ready. My body was ready.
It really was. I definitely will watch it. I thought he's had such a great grasp on content creation. Like even the Inviswall epic video, the
The
montage,
ending. Oh my
Yeah,
god, yeah.
He cycles through every Mario 64 world and shows all of the Inviswalls where they are. It's just like whoa.
And then the callback to the beginning of the video, the first one that he showed. Oh my god.
Yes.
He has such a great attention to detail and like
Yes.
he knows how to make video essays.
I know. That's the type of content that I'm here for, not this shit of people just filling Raid Shadow Legends and all this crap, making these regurgitated AI script videos.
AI slop.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite people ever. I mean, he just starts off by saying, "Oh, but first we have to talk about Goomba radiuses." I'm like, lay it on me, man.
Yeah, I'm ready to absorb this information.
Tell me everything you know about Goombas. I'm ready.
Oh man.
Is this gonna be on the test?
Yeah. Can you? There needs to be a college course about Mario 64.
He announces at the end of the video that because his videos have been doing so well, he was debating whether he was gonna start doing this full time, and he's like, yes. Due to the success, I am now making Mario 64 videos full time, which is a dream come
Damn.
true. So
Oh, wow.
he's in a good space mentally.
I hope the world and its economy will always support that type of artist in their endeavors.
An auteur.
An auteur. That's
For real.
funny. The Goomba Radius.
He deserves
I-
it.
I know we watched a little bit of it, but I know there's a Goomba Radius. I know when they see you, they run at you. So I'm curious what other
Oh
anomalies.
man. Well, we saw briefly that he put all the Goombas in that fenced off area. It's so
Yeah.
fucking funny. He put them on top of a coin box. He did all this shit.
So weird.
And can you guys hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes. I love Goombas. They're so cute. They're like, what a perfect enemy. Little squishy mushroom.
Love
With
those
feet.
guys.
A frowny face. Yeah, they're good. They're the perfect first enemy. Goombology.
Wow, that was close.
People want the Scuttlebugs.
Yeah, the Scuttlebug Jamboree.
Oh damn. Speaking of Jamboree, I went into GameStop on my way home, and there was a guy trading in, or I think he was getting store credit or something for an OLED Switch with a bunch of games, including Mario Party Jamboree, and I was very close to being like, "Hey, what's the trade-in value on that Mario Party Jamboree? I'll give you cash." But I didn't. I also because I didn't really want the game that badly.
Oh
But I thought about it. I thought about like outbidding GameStop in a GameStop.
That would be based.
I know. I was very close to doing it, but I didn't want the game that badly.
Yeah, there's very little hype around Mario Party Jamboree. I haven't seen anyone discuss the game that well.
I know.
As I figured, it's yet another iteration of Mario Party with more of the same crap.
Right.
Nothing new really to offer.
Yeah.
And paltry amount of content.
Yeah. Goombas are chestnuts. I got kicked out of a GameStop for doing exactly that. Nice. That is so... You are based.
That is based.
What were you trying to get? And was it worth it getting kicked out? Because I feel like I'd risk it if it was something I really wanted. Like if someone was going in with there with like some gem, I'd be like, I'll give you cash right now. I've heard of people doing that. Fucking GameStop.
That's hilarious.
I guess it counts as soliciting.
Got kicked out? Would they escort you out with security? Some guys used Xbox. I offer more $1 trade-in.
That's like fucking Showcase Showdown on The Price is Right. You like, I bid $6,001 and it totally fucks up that other person. That's so funny. Not even like just ask me to leave.
He just asked me to leave. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
That's not even really a competitive amount. That's like saying like, I will give you $51. Oh, that's so funny. Good for you though.
Yeah, that's really, really awesome.
Yeah.
We should do that to GameStop more often.
Seriously. Oh my god, I should set up. Okay, this is like that show Nathan For You, which is one of the greatest shows of all time. I would love to sit out of a GameStop with a table and just be like, I'll offer you more money than GameStop is giving you, and I'll give you cash. Except I'll probably get robbed in this city. Thank you, cherished memory. Yeah, totally.
You set up a table and just whatever GameStop offers, just offer them one. Yeah,
undercut them and give them cash because they undercut people. Their trade.
That's their whole business. Yeah.
Trash. Yeah, and people do it because it's convenient. It's sad. GameStop needs to get got.
They do.
Although, not advocating any CEO attacks.
Oh yeah, leave their CEOs alone. I think Reggie was CEO briefly.
Reggie, no.
Yeah, protect Reggie.
Protect Reggie at all costs. He invented deep dish pizza. No, I don't think he did, but he did some pizza shit.
He was a Pizza Hut guy for a while. Corporate.
He was. Yeah, he was. He had some some successful marketing campaign there. The Reginator.
Oh. Yeah, this run is dead.
Damn.
Alright, one more run and then I gotta go to bed because I can't be doing these 2 a.m. nights anymore. I'm so tired in the morning.
Man.
I have to get up at 6:30.
It's fucking disgusting.
Gross.
Yeah, because I'm an 8 to 4 shift.
Ugh.
So, I mean...
Does anyone call at 8 a.m.?
No, the first hour is basically, free money. I don't do anything.
Right. Maybe
Good
I
thing I
should
don't have
work
any
over
work
that.
people watching this stream.
I was gonna say you're really talking it up. I want to work at a
Yeah.
GameStop part time so I can just give people. I'll be behind the desk, behind the register, and offer to undercut people.
Oh God.
That would be so funny. I wonder how long you can keep up that racket before they find out.
Probably someone's looking over your shoulder constantly.
They are one of our clients. I think. I gotta double check, but I think Microcent is also one of our clients too. It's pretty
Right.
funny.
Escorting clients.
If Angela ever Angela ever got hurt at work and handled one of his cases, that'd be funny. I actually couldn't. I'd have to recuse myself, but still, it'd be pretty funny.
No one has to know.
No, I'd get into luck.
Yeah, they couldn't prove it.
I would hire
Yeah,
you just
him
so I
and I
can
are
fire
friends.
you on the spot.
Fire you. No.
Be like, yeah, this guy, don't controvert his claim. Don't pay him anything. Tell him to take a drug test.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
I'm not the one who does drugs, buddy. I'm not on the wrong side of the law.
There you go.
I'm a good boy. Mommy's special boy.
You know, sorry, going back to this GameStop thing. You know, GameStop employees just get so fucking gatekeepy. Like,
They
If
get
someone
kickbacks
could've-
for sure.
yeah, if someone like, what is the reason why they'd kick you out for doing that? It's probably they make a commission or some shit on trade-ins.
Yes.
And I know a lot of those employees take that place really seriously. Like that guy, that worker who tried to finesse me out of like some fucking game. They were trying to like double
$1.
charge. Yeah, they were trying. It was like, it was a $5 game, and they were trying to. And it rang up as $8 because that fucker was trying to add some sort of disc protection. I was like, protect this, bitch.
Protect my nuts.
Yeah. Without even like, without getting clear consent, he added some shit to it, and I was just like, no, 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 no. I don't want that fucking crap.
It's the same shady retail practices that are encouraged, and
Yeah.
I'm sure he was grilled many times about that and just told explicitly to just
Yeah.
add that automatically all the time. Or he was told, yeah, if your numbers don't improve by this
Yeah.
month, you know, we're gonna can you.
Exactly.
So I
Oh my
wouldn't be so
God.
quick to judge, but at the same time,
Yeah.
my
no, that
moral
dude was
judgment
dumb.
I would never allow myself to do something like that. That's so shitty.
No, for sure.
Right.
And that dude, the dude is a douche. Like every time I go in there, he always has this fake enthusiasm. Like, hi, how's it going? And I'm just like, fuck off. It's like not a genuine
Yeah,
interaction ever.
just trying to get that
I-
coin.
I just remembered though when I was back in my, like, before I moved to the city, I knew someone like an acquaintance from the opera who worked at GameStop, and so I'd go in there. He'd always give me the employee discount, and mind you, it wasn't really that spectacular, but I forgot about that he worked there. And one time I brought this disc in that was like mega scratched, like destroyed, and I was like, I said I finessed them. I brought in a copy that was fucked up and exchanged it for a good copy.
Oh, nice.
But it wasn't for me, it was somebody else. But I was like, yeah, I'll do it. My friend works there.
And now GameStop is going bankrupt because of what you did.
I think it's what they did. Their days are numbered. I'm going to laugh at their smoldering corpse.
That's it. I'm canceling my Pro Awards membership.
My Power Up Pro rewards.
Power up.
That expire. Fucking useless. Fucking racket bullshit.
I'll never forget being at a GameStop and seeing like Twilight Princess used for like $34.99, and next to it says Power Up member price $33.99.
I know how the gall that it's like
Yeah.
games are like
The
pennies
fucking
less.
balls to give me like a $1 discount. Like, fuck off.
I know. It's
Their
incredible.
discount doesn't even cover the taxes you're gonna be paying on it.
Right.
It's like
Nah.
Micro Center's like 5% off, using the store card. Like 5% is fucking nothing, man.
Nothing. You get more with a cashback reward credit card or whatever.
It's crazy.
Yeah, not it. GameStop needs to get into the credit card business. Just be an unholy hell.
They're halfway there.
Apple.
Yeah. Yeah, Apple has a credit card, don't they? Something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, because
Yeah.
when I bought my iPhone, they were like, if you buy it with an Apple credit card, you get some sort of discount. It wasn't even significant either. It's like, fuck off. Give
Well, when
me
you-
a free charger.
When you're short on cash, you take any kind of discount that's offered. It's really predatory.
Even if you go into crippling debt. R.I.P. EV Games. You were not much better, but you were different. You were strange and beautiful. I remember when EB Games absorbed into GameStop.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yikes. Depressing.
That was the last time I was happy.
Totally.
That's when the depression came.
I couldn't believe looking at Walmart and seeing all their Nintendo games at full retail price, never having went down in price. I think games that are like approaching, 7 years old. It's just like, what? It's still $59.99.
Yep, still.
People buy it.
Don't worry, Trump's gonna fix that up. We're gonna fix these Nintendo prices. They're out of control.
Mario Kart 8 came out in 2014.
They still have the gall to charge full price.
I like playing Sunshine Airport.
When I'm at Air Force One, I like to play Mario Kart Wii. My favorite Mario Kart. What? All right, let's name the president's favorite Mario Karts. So starting with Trump, since he's gonna be our next president. What's his favorite Mario Kart and why?
I want
feel
to
like
say
it's
probably
Mario Kart
8.
Yeah, 8
Yeah.
be easy and cheap to win.
And
It has
he would
DLC.
And he would only drive the Mercedes.
Yeah, exactly. The Mercedes.
The Mercedes, great car.
Wait, is the Mercedes included in 8 Deluxe, or is that just the Wii U 8?
I think it's just Wii U. I think. I don't quite recall. I'll look it up.
But my statement still stands. Biden, I think, would be the Wii, because he can't actually use his hands. And he'd probably be all over the Wii.
God. He doesn't have finger dexterity.
Obama,
Obama's OG. I feel like he'd like N64.
maybe, or maybe one of the handhelds.
Yeah,
Um,
I have a
He's a
feeling too.
64
N64.
You're gonna call me crazy. I think Bush would like Double Dash. I think he
If
would
he
like
pushed
the
He'd be like, Dick Cheney, you drive the car.
or Condoleezza.
Exactly.
Dick Cheney
Somebody.
would drive, and he'd fall asleep using the items.
But Bush, I see as I could see as a team player type of dude.
Oh god.
Bill Clinton, probably N64.
Yeah.
How far back are we going?
Grover Cleveland. It is the Mercedes is in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Go figure.
Lives on. The partnership lives on in perpetuity.
God, this run sucks.
I feel like Bush Senior would have to be like whatever one is the most violent. Jimmy Carter would be whatever the one is like the most passive. Reagan
Probably
would be like
the
one-
SNES version would probably be his favorite.
The Reagan
or
G
or Mario Kart Advance.
whatever's the most capitalist.
Mario Kart 7 because you had to spend coins on shit.
Nixon would be well, there's Grover Cleveland, but who the fuck cares?
Grover Cleveland, he's from so many years ago.
Well, I'm trying to think who was before Carter, who subbed out for Nixon after Watergate. I can't think of it.
Lyndon
Not Grover
Johnson.
Cleveland. Was it Johnson? No. Who was before Johnson? Ford?
Yeah, Gerald Ford.
Gerald
He-
Ford.
He
Okay.
pardoned Nixon.
Right. So Ford, I don't know. I guess whatever's like full of shenanigans and fun. Nixon would be like whatever's the most underhanded. Like you know what? Nixon probably would like Double Dash, just because you can really dick people over in that game. Although I don't know how he'd feel about team-based mechanics. He might call it communist.
God. John F. Kennedy would get blue shelled immediately, and then someone else would have to take over.
JFK.
Oh my god, that's so
what?
fucked.
I'm glad Angelo got that.
Oh my
reference.
god,
I'm
that's
glad Angelo got
that
that.
is fun. It's just
Which
assassinated.
Mario Kart can you snipe in the most?
Alan, did you appreciate my comment? You didn't even listen.
I did, but it doesn't quite
Oh
make
my
sense.
god, fuck.
What
Alright,
happened?
I'm done with this game for now. I'm gonna sign out.
I haven't seen what happened yet. Oh,
I just
Nice.
unmorphed too early. It's just like
right.
a hair too early. I should have just waited a fucking 0.1 seconds to unmorph. God damn it. Whatever.
I mean,
All good. I had some good attempts.
our president's talk was distracting.
Ah, fuck. Well, alright. If anyone's still chatting, I apologize
We have
for
11 viewers.
everything that has been discussed up until this point.
That blue room was toxic, though.
The views expressed by this channel are in no way
Oh, they definitely
representative of our actual
Of
thoughts.
GameStop LLC.
Yeah, all rights reserved to GameStop and so on.
Oh, God.
Lame stop.
Alrighty, signing off. Thanks for watching and witnessing this. Have a good night.